Hello guys, and welcome to another in-depth review here on NNT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always, giving you guys these walk-around reviews. And today we have a pretty cool, very interesting car today to check out. It's the all-new 2018 Volkswagen Atlas in the SEL Premium trim level. Now before we get started, I'd like to give a huge thanks out to Valenti Volkswagen here in Hartford, Connecticut for allowing me access to this vehicle. And I will put a link to their website in the description box. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the window sticker here. Now as far as options goes, we do have a few options added. We do have the monster mats, which are the all-weather floor mats. We have a luggage net, we also have a roadside assistance kit, and we do get wheel locks. So that's pretty much it for the options list. Our destination charge stands at $925, and the total price for this vehicle stands at $49,965. So very nice looking, very formal looking SUV from the side. And you notice that it's pretty big. Look at how big the rear doors are. Now the wheelbase comes in at 117.3 inches, and there is 8 total color options. Now taking a look at the rear profile of the vehicle, really good looking at the rear as well. You can get this car in both front wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Of course, all-wheel drive being optional. So now let's go ahead and start getting into the details up here, starting on the front with the headlamps. Very interesting looking headlamps and very innovative as well. Full LED units, reflector LED units used for both your high and low beams. LED daytime running lights, LED turn signals. And down below we have reflector halogen fog lights. Now we see these little circles on the bumper right there. Those are your parking sensors. And we even have a front camera there so you don't hit a curb and ruin your front bumper there. Really good looking grille. Very nice front end to this car. Very attractive and, in my opinion, masculine looking. So very large wide hood, and then taking a look at the creases over there, pretty nice. We have some plastic cladding going all the way around the wheel well and down the side to protect your paint. 20-inch wheels, very nice looking as well. Our tires up front measure 255/50. We have locking lug nuts. We also have ventilated disc brakes up front. Looks like we have all-season tires as well. And we do have a painted finish on the wheels as well. Nice little bit of chrome going down the side there. Very nice big mirrors. We also have a camera at the bottom of the mirror for your 360-degree view. Blind spot on your mirrors as well. You also have a little LED spotlight right there. I'm not sure if you could tell. Pretty interesting. You also get some chrome going all the way around the windows and your gloss black pillars. We have our smart key entry on the door handles. All 4 of them have that smart key entry, and we will get into that a little bit later in the video. Nice dark tinted back glass. Really attractive wheels on this car. And we also do have ventilated disc brakes in there as well. Very nice. Take a look at the creases on the body. They kind of go up and over the wheel arches there. Very nice design element. So taking a look at the rear of the vehicle, very nice tail lamps. Very good looking, and they are partial LED. You can definitely see the metallic in the paint right now. We have the SEL badge. This is the SEL Premium top of the line model. We do have those parking sensors going all the way across the front bumper. Nice use of chrome. Very nice touch here. It has the Atlas word on the back there. Nice big exhaust tips with your nice cladding on the back. Your engine notation right there. You also have your third wiper in the back. And your backup camera and trunk release is right over there. We also have a hitch receiver right there. And our gas filler is on the passenger side. Alright, so now let's go ahead and pull this lever and check out what's underneath the hood. Alright, so underneath the hood of this Atlas, we do see a 3.6 liter V6, and it produces some pretty good numbers. It is naturally aspirated, so it's rated at 276 horsepower at 6,200 RPM and 266 pound-feet of torque at a relatively low 2,750 RPM. So V6s usually aren't very torquey, but this one does pretty well with the torque and comes down pretty low with the RPMs. Our battery right there. Bunch of fluids that you can check. You can see a little bit of the engine there. And this is the VR6 engine there. Alright, so before we check out the interior, let's go ahead and see how we work this smart key entry system. So like all smart key entry systems, you have to make sure the key fob is in your pocket in order for the system to work. But how it does work is all you have to do to lock the car. It is unlocked right now. All you have to do to lock is press that little indented portion right there. You know it locks by the mirror folding in, but all you have to do to unlock it, of course, have that key fob near the car. Put your hand behind the handle, and the doors unlock. We have the Titan black leather interior. Very nice. Very upscale feeling in here, definitely. Nice soft touch materials up here. It is harder plastic down here, to be expected. Take a look at this wood grain though. It's got a really nice appearance to it, and you also have some silver accents there. Nice door handles. You have a lock-unlock button right there. Fender audio system, like Fender guitars. This has a Fender audio system, pretty awesome. You have a window lockout over here. We have our front and rear window controls. We also have our folding and heated mirror controls. Trunk release is right over here, and we also have another speaker on a door. Nice big storage pockets over here as well. You can definitely see Volkswagen really put a lot of effort into making this car very roomy and spacious to appeal to large families. Now looking to the left of the dash, we have a nice big air vent, some silver and some high gloss black. We also have our lighting controls. They are automatic, and you can pull this outwards to get your fog lights on. Storage tray in here to put your change for toll booths. Nice to see they included that. Hood release, like you saw earlier, nice big dead pedal. Your regular pedals are covered in rubber. You also have button-in carpeted floor mats, but they're not in quite yet. So those are what you're going to see underneath your carpeted floor mats. Now we do have some plastic over these sills here, and we're going to go ahead and leave that on so it's nice for the new owner. We do have 10-way powered seats over here with 3-person memory, which is pretty nice. Very nice seats with perforations and stitching. Nice bolsters over here. They are pretty hard to keep you in place, as well as over here. So look at the stitching and the perforations. Now it's got kind of like a gray inside of the perforations, which gives it a really cool appearance. So let's go ahead and get in, start it up, and show off the rest of the interior. So here is the key fob you get with the new Atlas. Pretty nice. You have the Volkswagen emblem on the back. You have a panic alarm on the side. You have a unlock button over here. You have a trunk release, and you even get remote start, which is pretty awesome to see. So a nice lightweight key fob, thin, easy to fit in your pocket. And all you need to do to start the car is keep that key fob in your within the interior of the vehicle rather. Put your foot on the brake, and it does have push button ignition, and that button is right here. So you need to do is touch that, and the V6 will start right up. Alright, so to start off the interior, we can go ahead and check out this very nice leather wrap steering wheel. We have some nice grip bolsters over here. It is tilt and telescoping via this lever, so you just release it. You can go up, down, in and out. Very nice to see that feature. You have some stitching on the inside of the wheel. Nice gloss black and a little bit of satin chrome around the airbag cover. So you do have your adaptive cruise control settings over here. You set your distance right here. And then we also do have a driver assistance button right there. Now over here is all of our media controls. We have phone controls, voice commands. We also have some controls for our fully LCD display up there, which is very nice. We can go ahead and take a look at that shortly. Now behind the steering wheel we have our lighting controls. So we have our high beams as well as our turn signals. We also have our front and rear wiper controls right over here. So, taking a look at that digital display up here, very, very nice. Very nice and bright, so there's no glare. We have our big RPM gauge over here, our speedometers over there. We have a fuel tank capacity right there, and we also have our temperature gauge over here. Compass, time, exterior temperature, as well as our mileage. So as far as our different menus we can display there, we can go ahead and use these buttons right here in silver, the OK, and these buttons right here to control the screen. So if we click the page over buttons, we get our driving data. So we get our distance, average speed, all kinds of cool stuff. Just quickly going through them so you can see. Going back, we have vehicle status, our auto start stop, telephone, audio, our different views right here, so we can look at our navigation screen from here. Very nice. We could also customize what we want to see on in these two instrument clusters right there. So very nice that you can reconfigure that display right there. We also have our telephone like we saw earlier. We can also display our navigation. If we had something set up over there, it would display over here. And finally our assist systems. So all of our good assist systems like our front collision warning, all kinds of cool stuff that is helping with aiding your driving there. So that's pretty much it. It has a lot of useful information and it's very nice there. So we have a really nice upgrade to Volkswagen's infotainment display. As you can see over here, you can use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. It also does have a sensor, so when your hand gets closer to the screen, it'll get ready to have menus set up for you. But this is sort of your home screen right here if you click that menu button. So we can go ahead and check out our radio screen. Let's make sure the volume's down. We have all of our presets over here. Clicking that menu screen again, we have media, App Connect. Of course, once you pair your device, all your phone menus, your apps, and all that stuff will become available to you. Pretty nice little screen here. It gives you a bunch of information on how you're driving and whatnot. We have our navigation screen right here. Very nice to see. can swipe over, see what our traffic looks like. Again, very useful feature. And we also have a setup over here where we can customize all different kinds of stuff. We also have some shortcut buttons over here. The tune knob, your volume knob is right over here. Has a very nice sounding audio system. Now down here we have all of our sort of climate controls. It is a 3-zone automatic climate control, so keep that in mind. You have our individual temperatures right here. Our 2 temperature knobs are right there. We have max AC, AC, front and rear defrost. We also have our fan speed is right here. Automatic menu. We have 3-stage heated and 3-stage cooled seats for both the driver and passenger. We also have our recirculating the air. Heated steering wheel. I don't think we're going to be using that today, but it is nice, very nice on cold days in the winter. You have our auto start stop off. Nice to see you can turn that feature off. So what that basically is, if you don't know, is when you come to a stoplight, the engine will actually shut off to save gas, and you could shut that feature off right there. We have our hazards right there as well. Down here we have a nice storage tray. Some nice rubber right here, so you can definitely put your phone there and it won't slide around too much. We have an aux and a USB inlet, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. We have a couple of cup holders over here. Nice carpeting at the bottom as well. Some nice gloss black. So over here we have a really nice gear selector. It has some satin silver material right here. It is leather wrapped and a really nice leather shift boot right there. So we have an unlock at the back right here, and we can go ahead and change between the gears. It is an 8-speed automatic transmission. So right now we're in park, but if we put it in reverse, we can see it brings up our backup camera, but it also brings up that bird's eye view camera. I absolutely love these cameras. It's such a good safety feature, and it is such a good feature for parking, because you could definitely see the lines right over there. So I definitely recommend that. Now the guidance lines do turn on your rear view camera right there, which is pretty neat. We also have different modes, so this kind of shows you that there's a fence right there and it's lighting up yellow. We also have a trailer mode, so if you want to hook up a trailer, it's going to show you the hitch is right there. You can also adjust the brightness right there, which is pretty neat. We also have neutral, drive, and a sport mode, where you can go ahead and change through the gears manually. Putting it back up into park, we also have our engine start-stop button right there, electronic parking brake, and we also have our parking sensors on and off. We also have an auto parking feature right there, which is really useful because this is such a big SUV. Now, really interesting over here, we have a mode selector. This is our sort of slippery, wet condition mode that we're in right now. We have a normal driving mode, which will show up over here, and we can click between a eco driving mode, a normal driving mode, or a customized driving mode. Putting it over here gives us an off-road mode. Then we could also have a custom off-road mode, so you can select what features you want on and off through the infotainment display. Now, very big center armrest over here, nicely padded, plenty of room in here. USB inlet, nicely carpeted. Very large. So our rear view mirror up here, plenty of headroom. Look how nice this headliner is too. I have miles of headroom in this car. So we have some lighting controls, and our lighting is up here as well. We also have our giant panoramic sunroof. So the shade does let in a little bit of light, but blocks probably about 90% of it. And you can open that shade using this button right here, and it is a full power shade. Very nice to see that. Very large sunroof. I really like that. You could also use this button right here to either vent it upwards or slide it all the way back. It is fully automatic. and you could stop it wherever you want. We also have a wind deflector right there. And let's go ahead and put the shade back. That shade is also fully automatic, so we don't get too much sunburn here. So really nice interior overall. We have a mirror with a light, quite big visor. Let's go ahead and shut the car down, grab the keys, and let's check out the rear cabin of this vehicle. Smart key entry on the back as well. As you can see, I just touched it and it locked, but if I want to unlock it, all I have to do is grab behind the handle like I normally do if the car was unlocked. Now, same quality back here as on the front, same nice soft touch materials up here, harder touch back here. Look at all the storage space. You have a shelf over here, you have a couple of cup holders over here, you have a speaker, 2 speakers actually. You have some nice soft touch handles, or elbow rest right there, and your handles are right here. So look how big this window shade is. Very nice to see. And just look how big this door is. It almost looks like a door of an extended wheelbase Mercedes or something. That's how big this door is. So these seats are very interesting in the fact that you could slide them back and forth. You can also fold them a few different ways. So this seat is in its most back position, and that seat is in its most forwards position. So keep that in mind there. Now you can also fold these seats flat by pulling this handle right here and just folding it flat like that. Lifting it back up, we can also pull this handle right here, and the whole seat tips forwards so you can get into the 3rd row. And you know what? That's what we're going to do right now. Alright, so that was an extremely easy entry into the 3rd row. Now if we move over here, we have plenty of space. If this back seat was in a more backwards position, you could assume that we won't have that much space. But really roomy back here. The seats are actually very comfortable. You can fold those headrests down for extra visibility. You have a storage tray over here, some cup holders, you even have air vents, some lights up here. Very nice. And these seats do fold down 50-50, so you have extra cargo room. And we will go ahead and take a look at that cargo room a little bit later in the video. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the 2nd row seats. It actually is quite easy to get into that 3rd row. And I can't say that about a lot of 3rd row vehicles. Nice back seats here, perforations, nice pattern for the perforations. Almost flat floor, so you could definitely sit a middle passenger without a problem. Very comfortable, very soft back seats here. Also, the doors are very easy to close. It doesn't take much slamming to close the door. It closes very easily. Now we have our rear heated seats back here, as well as our fan speed and our temperatures back here as well. Like I said, it is a 3-zone climate control. Now down here we do have 2 USBs and a household plug right there. We also have an armrest up here with a few cup holders. I'm going to leave that plastic on for the new owner. We do have lights and a grab handle and coat hook. That panoramic sunroof continues very nicely up here. This feels like a very, very large SUV, and in fact it is. But now let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. very nice passenger door. Design is much like the driver's. Take a look at that wood again. Very nice design for the wood. Lock unlock buttons. We have a couple of speakers. We also do have that window switch. Nice metallic door handle. Lots of storage. Very deep storage cubby right there. Nice soft touch pad right there. Now on the other side, this plate was covered up. Now you can see it. It is stainless steel. It's got a pretty nice design on it. 8-way powered seats. The only thing you lose over the driver is that lumbar. But nonetheless, very nice seats. Nice perforations. Nice big slab of wood right there. You have a little storage cubby right there with a net. Lockable glove box. Pretty good amount of space. Enough for your owner's manual. You'll also find a couple of SD card inlets and a CD player in there. So overall, very impressive interior. So the SEL premium trim level of the Atlas does get a full power liftgate, and you can open that liftgate a few different ways. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and use that button right next to the backup camera. So the third row seats are up at the moment. All we have to do to fold them down is pull this tether. They'll unlatch and go down like that. But it's very innovative because these straps are actually Velcro, and once you stick them on, they just stay right there. But if you were to fold down the third and second row seats, you will have right around 96 cubic feet of space. Now that's massive. That is a lot of room. Now we see our carpeted floor mats, and we also have our all-weather floor mats back here. We have some cargo management devices over here and a roadside assistance kit. These are the seat belts for the third row right there. And underneath this mat, we do have a little bit of extra storage and the subwoofer for the Fender audio system. And we can close the trunk by this button right here. Now fuel mileage for a V6 Atlas with all-wheel drive is pretty good, considering the fact that it is a V6 and it is all-wheel drive. And you will get 17 city and 23 on the highway. And we do have an 18.6 gallon fuel tank. Take a look at that beautiful metallic paint. Now sadly we do have to conclude this video, but I hope you will stay with us for future in-depth reviews. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you real soon.